Hey, so $400 is a lot to spend on the Apple Watch, and with so many knockoff smartwatches out there, why don't you just go with one of those? In this video, we'll go over the ETTG smartwatch and see if it can replace the Apple Watch. Hey, Josh from Gross Tech here, bringing you useful reviews for useful technology. And if you enjoy having videos about unboxing, reviews, and news about tech that you find around the home, please consider subscribing. But let's see what's inside of this box and see what all you get and how well it works. So we have the smartwatch from ETTG. Now I've got it in black, and they say that it is both a iOS and Android smartwatch. So if we open it up here, it looks pretty much like the Apple Watch. We get the watch itself, which we'll pull off of there. Let's see if it turns on. Looks a lot like the Apple Watch. It's got the rocker knob on the side. It's got the main button, and it looks like the charging ports on the side. Same kind of sport watch band here. We can switch between different types of faces for the clock, just like you do on the Apple Watch. And let's look and see what else comes with it. If we open this up, we get the charging. Don't come with a power brick, it looks like. It looks like it just comes up with the cable. That is what, it's magnetic, so it just pops right on, and then you've got USB that you can plug into your laptop or anything really. I see there. Let's see what else comes with it. You get a nice little cleaning pad, and if we open this up, the manual. Oh, nice. So you know it's a knockoff when it's in Chinese. Is there an English side? Oh, there's an English side for the Android. So like I said, it does both Android and iOS, but it doesn't look like it gives any information on doing iOS. It's just the Android. Interesting. So here we go. iOS. Go into the Apple Store and get the software. So let's get the software. It looks like you get. But if we look at the actual watch here, we can see we have a camera up top. It comes with a screen protector already on it. If we swipe, okay, so it is touch, and you can actually swipe between, different, the menu. Main menu style, if we go to that, smart style, so what does that look like? Okay, so that looks like the normal Apple Watch, and you can scroll around. So far I'd have to say it looks pretty much, you can zoom in and zoom out using this. It looks a lot like the Apple Watch. We've got every option here, but here's the issue that I had. There's no files. It can make phone calls, it can receive text messages, but the issue is for the iOS, this does not work. The iOS, I don't know if it's just because it's a third party and so the iMessages won't actually come through, but it won't actually work for iOS. If you had the Android app and had the Android link to it, then it does work, but the issue is, will this change from buying an Apple Watch? Not a Fitbit watch or a watch that'll work for Android. And it looks like on the bottom here we've got a compartment that you can put a SIM card in, and that is how it deals with doing your SMS, which is not, I don't know why it says on and off, because it's not like that turns it on or off. But the issue I have with this is it would be great if you could actually do what the Apple Watch does. If you have an Android, this would work perfectly. If you had an Android that all you wanted to do was have a smartwatch for $60, go ahead, get this. Works great. Problem is we're wanting an Apple Watch, because it honestly, it looks like an Apple Watch. It works like an Apple Watch. So the fact of the matter is it doesn't work with iOS like it should. And that's my biggest issue. The camera is a horrible, horrible camera. Bad quality. The other issue I had with this was the Bluetooth continued to unlink from my phone. I would get it, and then it would lose signal and constantly bring up a buzzing, a beeping, a issue saying that it wasn't able to connect to the phone, so it would constantly lose Bluetooth signal. You can call people with this, and you can actually answer phone calls with the phone, and that works really well. Although for you it sounds great, but for the person you're talking to, it sounds like you are on speakerphone in a car with all the windows down, rolling down the highway. So the quality of microphone is horrible as well. The other issue I have is there's nothing in here, nothing in all this tells you what each one of these is supposed to be done for. What's the point of all these? Is that a sedentary? Okay, so I can go into there and see what that is. And you literally have to go to each one and say what, you have to go into each app and see what it is. Because it's not just intuitive to think, oh, okay, so what are these three arrows meaning? I don't know, what does it mean? It's talking about, no, I didn't hit the right thing. The arrows are dealing with whether it is UV correct or not. Now whether it is able to do that, the sun, okay, the brightness, alright, I got that. The vibrate. That just turns the thing to be able to vibrate. I'm assuming that's because it's waterproof, but with all the issues I had with this, I didn't want to put it in water to find out. I is about what the device name and everything is. Okay, clock, we can change what our options are. So honestly, I had an issue, a QR code. I'm assuming to download the app, maybe. Running Man is to do your steps. Phone call. There, it brings up your telephone. And it is a great option to have, but like I said, it's so horribly laid out, it's so bad that you don't even know what each of these does. So if you go to the 4 apps, then it gives at least the title of what each app is, and the point of it is, like, that was the UV, meaning it will measure the sunlight around you to see if you are in okay UV or if it was bad and can damage your skin. Why you would need that, who knows. Power saving alarm, call log, stopwatch, video recorder, image viewer, video player, sound recorder. I mean, it should work great and should work perfectly, but the fact of the matter is this is built for an Android. This is totally built, even though it has a Siri button just for hooking up and being able to use Siri, it works horribly with iOS. could be because of the proprietary issues. It could be just not able to connect, even though I have a $30 fitness band that is able to receive text messages, and I can't necessarily respond to them. I can't read the entire thing, but the fact of the matter is I get a notification on this for $30 where a $60 smartwatch, Apple knockoff, I can't receive it because I have an iOS device. Now, what technology is in this that isn't in this? And why it doesn't make any sense why something more expensive, more should be like the Apple Watch, works less like the Apple Watch. The other issue I had is this band, to put it together, it goes on the bottom. It goes underneath. I don't know if you can see that. It goes through this little slot and goes underneath and then attaches. This is so thin, it's about to snap off. That's horrible. Horrible design. And the fact that you can't do your heart rate, I'm sure you can slide these out, but it's not allowing me to, so you can't do that. If we turn this off, it makes a little noise, fun little animation, but honestly, for $60 I was very disappointed, especially after having a $30 fitness tracker do more with my phone than this. I don't buy this. If you are somebody that has an Android and wants a smartwatch, yeah, sure, it would work, it would be great, it would do everything that you would want it to do. If you are a person that just wants the status of looking like you have an Apple Watch, yeah, this would pass off if I put it on. This would pass. You wouldn't really know if I had an actual Apple Watch or just this knockoff, just by having it on. So if that's the point of what you want it to have and why you want it, then yeah, go ahead and buy this. It feels nice. It doesn't, I don't have an issue with the feel of it or the wear of it. It doesn't feel cheap other than the band there, like I was saying, but it would pass as a smart Apple Watch knockoff without anybody knowing it was a knockoff. But if you're wanting an actual useful Apple Watch knockoff or a useful smartwatch that will work with iOS, don't get this. This is worthless, useless, a waste of $60, honestly. So I'm sorry, ETTG, but your smartwatch for iOS is really a smartwatch for Android. So that is my review of this, and man, I wish it would be better, honestly. I had high hopes because of the look and because of how everything should work and was said to work, but when you actually come down to actually doing what it says, it doesn't. I was very disappointed, and as much as it was nice to be able to say, oh yeah, look at that, and people would say, oh, do you have an Apple Watch? No, it's not an Apple Watch. And it was very irritating what it couldn't do, even though it should and said it does, but it didn't. And it's very unresponsive. You can switch between different kind of themes behind the background. I just usually use black. But honestly, save your money. I know $400 is a lot of money for a Apple Watch, but man, it'll work a whole lot easier. That is the biggest issue, is it wants a SIM card, and that's why it works with Android more than it does with your iOS device. So, all in all, don't get the smartwatch. Just save your money. Buy an actual Apple Watch. They're amazing. They work perfectly. And with all that you can do with them now, just get one. They're 10 times better than anything you could buy, and you're just going to waste your money going through different knockoff smartwatches. So honestly, we do these reviews because we want to help you guys to not have to waste your money like everybody else does and just buys a thing because you think it might work, but that's where we come in and we do the dirty work for you so you don't have to waste your money and buy something like this and end up having to put it in the box and put it on your shelf. I'm Josh from Gross Tech. Thanks for watching the video. If you liked what you saw or you got some good content from it, please leave a like and hit that subscribe button. Also, check out our other videos on our channel. God bless you. Have a great week. Bye.